welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. It's time for another Scraplift Crafternoon. This week we are scrap lifting a beautiful layout, which I will pop up here in the corner. It has, as you can see, some circles on it. The photos are cut into circles. I don't have the exact cut file that she used, but I'm gonna try to do something with this. And I have some of these. I figured I might be able to use these two larger dies. This is a metal bowl from Harbor Freight that I throw miscellaneous dies in when I'm wanting to use them and not lose them. I also, of course, pulled out my regular circle dies as well. Probably use those to cut the photos. Won't do that on camera. This is some papers left from my February 2023 hip kit. I'm going to go ahead and try to use up what's left of those. These are pink fresh, and so is this piece of paper, but it also came from another hip kit, club kit. I don't remember which one now, as did these wooden buttons that I'm going to try to use. It's got some hearts and stuff on it. Now I'm going to try to use this on this layout to make it work. So I'm going to fast forward you and we're going to get started. The original layout has some stenciling in it, and she used an open circle stencil, and I'm going to use this Vicky Bouton stencil because I like the pattern that it leaves behind my photos and embellishments. I'm going to make a diagonal design across that white cardstock for my background, and then I will probably put in a few little more bits and pieces of stenciling in there just to get the desired effect that I want on my background. And then I flip it and use it so that the diagonal part goes from top left to top right instead, so that you can see it behind my cut file. So I am going to turn off the camera after I finish stenciling, and I'm going to back my cut file with the pattern papers, and I'm going to cut my photos down to the circles, and I will go ahead and glue all of that off camera, and then I'll be right back. So I have finished the background, and I put pattern paper and photos in my cut file. These are the dies that I showed you at the beginning, and now I'm just going to embellish and journal and give it a title. So I'm going to fast forward it again and let's get started. So you can also see I already added a stitched border around the edge of my cardstock. Now I'm going to add some fun foam to the back of my cut file because I decided that it needed to be raised a little bit just to give that layout the dimension that I was looking for. My friend Kimberly from I'd Rather Be Scrapbooking gifted me some double-sided tape. Now I told her I'd never used it before this week until after I received her gift, and I used it on the back of this cut file and I really kind of like it. And it made attaching that fun foam really easy. Now I am going to use my ATG gun to attach the fun foam and cut file to the background though. So now I'm going to go ahead and attach these die cut. These are supposed to be nested wreaths or something like that that I purchased on Amazon. And I'm just going to add some glue to the bits and pieces of the circles on my cut file that didn't adhere correctly the night before, and make sure that they all stay down on my page. So I'm going to begin bringing in my embellishments. I know that the original layout is slightly different than what I'm doing, but I'm working with what I own. I didn't own that cut file, and I didn't own that collection that she used from Simple Stories. So I'm just using what I have here. Those title pieces are stickers from Jelly Bean Soup, and I'm going to use those at the top for a title, and then just add in some different elements to the layout. I'm going to call this layout Always Together. Seth and Emily have been best friends since the day that Emily arrived on the planet. When she was really, really little, she bossed him around all the time. As they grew older, Seth finally realized, hey, I'm older, I should be bossing you around. And we had a little bit of butting of heads, but they've always been really good friends, and they still are as they have gone into adulthood. So I included these clear stickers from Heidi Swap in my February counterfeit kit, and I didn't use them all up. In fact, they've appeared in several of my counterfeit kits, and I don't always find it easy to use clear stickers. I've kind of gotten the hang of it, I think, now, and I've been using them a lot more. I guess I just don't really care for the fact that they're shiny. That bothers me, especially on this video where my ring light is glaring off of them. But they work really well for this layout in these circles, and I'm glad to have used up a few more of them. I will admit that I've been hoarding these wooden buttons that were in one of my hip kits. I love buttons, and these are just really, really pretty. I like the bright colors, and I was just kind of waiting for the right layout to use them with, and this seemed perfect to pull them in. And I'm one of those weirdos that I will hoard something, but once I've started using it, it's gone. I will use it all, and I think these come in on several layouts throughout this month that you will see in my videos for the 30 days of sketches. I used quite a few of them on this page though. So I'm kind of just putting those finishing touches on the layout. I'll add a few more details, but here is a still shot of my layout taken from the side. I was trying to see if I was done with it, and I decided after this photo I wasn't quite done. So here I am going to show you what I did end up finishing it with. I finished it up. I hand wrote my journaling here and underlined it with my pen. I added a couple more of the wooden buttons. Those buttons came from a hip kit. I added my phrases. Those are some Heidi Swap clear stickers that I've had forever and a day. I did have to do some gluing with this title because they wouldn't stay stuck. But other than that, I'm done. So I'll post some close-ups at the end. Thank you for stopping by my channel today. You have a great Sunday afternoon. Bye.